DIY. It is me, Madison. As you can see, I'm still covered in love. It may be after Valentine's Day, but the love of flowers and dreams does not stop. And today, we have one more thing that is off of our menu, and that's going to be the Hearts Bouquet. Now the Hearts Bouquet is super colorful. It has yellows, it has purples, it has blues, it has greens, and most importantly, it's supposed to be reminiscent of those cute little classic Hearts candies that you used to get as kids when you were in like elementary school. So yeah, we're gonna do something that mimics that. It's very full, it's very beautiful, it's very lush, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's get started. Now the first flower we're gonna be using are these beautiful purple lavender roses. Now these are absolutely gorgeous because one, they have that dark purple around the corners of them, but as they open, they were like bloom into this beautiful, like lush purple color. They're like a really good purple from rose. They smell really good, they're very fragrant. And I really like their petals. They have like a sharper petal to them, which is really nice. They don't have the biggest flower count, but they still open up pretty big. So we'll be using those. We have the classic blue hydrangea. Very fluffy, very beautiful. One thing about hydrangeas is they like to be cut a certain way, so I'll make sure I'll teach you guys how to do that. Then we have our Gerber daisies. These are inside of the aster family because you can tell by the flower petals. So they're like in the same family as things like sunflowers. And fun fact, lettuce. Yeah, lettuce is in the aster family. Then we have these beautiful calla lilies. So I'm supposed to have pink, but I got sent white today, but you guys should be getting pink. So ignore the white calla lilies. Make sure you got pink, girl. And then we have some amaranthus hanging green. These are absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna pick a better stick of this because what? Yeah, this is like hanging green amaranthus, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It has this beautiful color to it. It's very long and lush and beautiful. And then most importantly, it has those drippy, like long flowers on them. This is inside of the family that's the same as quinoa. It's absolutely beautiful. I love amaranthus. Gorgeous girl. And then last but not least, we have our greenery, which is going to be seeded eucalyptus. Now seeded eucalyptus is pretty much a eucalyptus that has it has that same like eucalyptus smell to it, but it has texture from the seeds that are on it. So this is gonna add a really beautiful texture to our bouquet. All right, let's get started. First thing we're gonna do is we're going to break down our seeded eucalyptus. So we got some really good pieces in here. We're just gonna utilize them a little better instead of just, you can't stick this entire thing. By the way, the vase that I'm using today, it's Flowers from Dreams quartz. Absolutely gorgeous. It was featured on our Flowers from Dreams menu, and it's my favorite that we've done in a really long time. It has a lot of good texture to it. It's that clear glass look that a lot of people are into right now, and it's pink. And as you can tell with what I'm wearing, who doesn't like pink? Come on now. It's giving Barbie. It's giving Barbie's dream house. All right, so we're gonna cut up this eucalyptus and use it. So I got all of these little pieces on here. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm splitting them up, taking off any leaves that'll be beneath the bowl line, and then just placing it in there. Perfect. We got some more pieces. I'm gonna try to keep a few pieces a little longer so we can get some like actual height out of our bouquet. One thing about eucalyptus that sometimes seeded that I don't like is that it can be kind of floppy sometimes. So utilizing it right and putting the stems in the right places, make sure that we're following our grid and crossing them is super important so we can get some like height out of our eucalyptus so it doesn't just, flop over. And I'm gonna use all of it because why not? We got all this might as well use it. All right. Bing, bam, boom, bada bang. Now we're gonna break down our amaranthus. So amaranthus comes with all these little leaves on it. You can leave those on if that's your fancy, but I'm personally gonna take them off just so I can see those beautiful like long drips of amaranthus. We don't want them to look too busy. Sometimes leaving on those big leaves makes it too busy. We want that clean amaranthus look. We want this to be the star of the show. Now for fullness, I'm not gonna take all of them off, just like the really big ones that are like really annoying and in the way. We don't want that. We don't want that. All right, and I'm gonna stick my amaranthus right towards the edge because I kind of want it dripping down the side of our arrangement. Oh man, I just broke one. Tragedy has striked. We'll use this one. We're gonna take off any leaves that look kind of bogus. And we're gonna take off these leaves because again, we don't want our amaranthus to look too busy. We want these beautiful little pieces to like shine and look gorgeous. So we're just gonna take them off. I'm gonna put a little bit towards the top. And I'm not gonna waste, even though one of my amaranthus broke really short, I'm still gonna use it. I'm gonna take off all the flour that's like right beneath, beneath the bowl line. I'm just gonna stick that right in the bowl and make sure my arrangement is full of water. All right, so we got our amaranthus part going. Now we're gonna put in our hydrangea. This hydrangea is absolutely gorgeous. So with hydrangea, they like a lot of water. So you wanna make sure you're filling up your vase all the way up. Again, we're taking off all of those big leaves off the hydrangea, so when the stem sucks up water, it focuses all that energy and power into making sure we have beautiful blooms and not going into those leaves that have no purpose anymore. And then also, we're gonna cut our hydrangeas right. So hydrangeas like a lot of hydration, so if you cut them the right way, they soak up more water. So one, you wanna make sure you're never cutting a hydrangea on the nodes. The nodes are the part of the stem that have like these little buds on them. That's usually where new growth comes from on a plant, new leaves, new buds, whatever. So we're not gonna cut them on the nodes. And you can see the nodes of this plant right here. Like they usually have little buds on them and it looks like tiny little sections of the plant, of the stem. So we're just not gonna cut them on there. We're gonna either cut above them or below them, but we're never gonna cut them. I'm gonna cut that a little shorter. I'm gonna cut above this one. And then I'm also going to make a cross. So I'm gonna cut up the stem this way. And I'm gonna make like a cute little cross. And you always want sharp pruners to do this. You want like a sharp cut so we're not, absolutely destroying the plant cells of the stem. That's why I don't really believe in crushing flower stems. I only do that with branches. With hydrangeas, I don't crush the stem. I just do like a smooth cut with fresh pruners. Always, always. All right, now I'm gonna keep this one a little to the front. Pick it up, make sure that it's not looking too crazy. It's looking absolutely gorgeous. Next, we're gonna put in our beautiful calla lilies. I'm gonna keep these a little longer so we can get some height out of our arrangement. Almost treating them like the local linear of this arrangement. One. Thing about calla lilies, they're like tulips. They have their own mind. They like move around and it's so annoying. So it's just about cutting them in the right spot and getting them exactly where you want them to be. I'm gonna keep this last one a little taller just so we can get some height and variation. All right, and now we're gonna go in. First, let me pick it up because I'm tall and I can never see what I'm doing. I'm gonna move this one a little bit more towards the back. Finally find a wedge where this calla lily wants to stay still. All right, you got it going. Next, I'm gonna go in with my Gerber daisy. It's beautiful yellow color. It's such a soft yellow. It's not too buttery. It's not too like neon yellow. It's such a soft, pretty yellow. Love, love. I'll put that one right here. Again, make sure we're looking at an arrangement as we're arranging, making sure things are staying in place. This hydrangea is moving around, so we're just gonna stick it back in there so it stays put. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. And if things are moving around, remember, you have extra stems, little sticks. So I like to use little tiny sticks to really keep things in place, to hold them the way that I want them to be held. You can also use your hydrangea as a grid, fun little fact. You can like literally go through the hydrangea. Beautiful. Then we're gonna go on with our roses. Now, with roses, again, you wanna make sure you're taking off that first layer of petal. Beautiful, and now it looks like this. Now with these, I would recommend reflexing. These purple roses are really sturdy and they low-key love a good reflex. These are really tight, I'll admit, but they should still reflex pretty well. We're about to find out. Look at that. So with reflexing, if you haven't learned from my last DIY videos, we're gonna, actually with these, we're gonna butterfly reflex. So I'm gonna take the petal, flip it, and then I'm gonna take these little like edges and I'm gonna bend them inward. So it makes like a sharper, cooler reflex. And I feel like these roses specifically are gonna look really pretty with the sharper reflex. I usually blow on the rose so I can like get it to open up a little bit before I like start reflexing crazy. Just to like loosen up the petals a bit. Beautiful, beautiful. Now this may take some time, but that's okay. We do it for floristry. We do it for the girls. All right. Again, I'm taking the petals and I'm just turning them inside out while also flipping them. Beautiful. I'm going to take this one and put it right here. Again, let's pick up our arrangement, make sure we're liking how it looks. Then I'm going to take this amaranthus and kind of put it more towards beautiful. I'm gonna get some action going on over here because there's not a lot going on. Again, I'm gonna cut myself a little bit. Let's see how it spins out a little. Maybe get an easier reflex on it. These are really tight. Again, we're taking off all those. And actually we're gonna take off the sepals too because that sometimes helps reflex better too. So if you're struggling at home to reflex, maybe take off those sepals, that's the green part that surrounds the petal, and your reflex might be better. See, already I'm getting a better reflex on them. Perfect. Again, I'm gonna start butterfly reflexing once I get down to like, once I get the first layer of petals down. Again, we're flipping them inside out and under. Just using these 3 fingers to get underneath the petal and just flipping them inside out. Beautiful. Wow, look at that. Ain't that just the prettiest thing you ever did see? No, no. All right, we're in the same as that worked out for us last time. Just spinning them out just a little bit. Again, when you spin out roses, you want to make sure you're doing long strides. Like you don't want to go, okay, that would break it. You want to go. So it builds up momentum and opens up that rose. Gorgeous. Taking off stems, taking off sepals, taking off any of those guard petals that look like just butt cheeks. We don't want them on there. And then we're just flipping them inside out. I'm gonna take that petal off too, actually. Flip. After a while, it becomes so easy to you. Like you kind of do it and you don't even think. You kind of just flip, flip. During big holidays, I feel like I'm reflexing roses all day. All day. This one's reflexing really nicely. Look at that. I say that and one literally flips up as soon as I said that. I spoke too soon. It's alright, I got it back down. Again, we're gonna do a little bit of butterfly reflexing, not too much. Bam. Beautiful. She's a beaut. Angle cut on all of your roses, always. I'm trying to decide if I want this one a little lower. Let's see. I actually kind of like that. But that rose in the back is getting lost, and it's low-key my prettiest reflex one, so we're not going to let that happen. Not in this house. All right, so now we're in our final steps. We're just gonna tweak it a bit. I'm gonna cut this rose just a little shorter. Remember when you're taking things in and out of your arrangement, you're not pulling things out like yanking, you're twisting them out so they're not falling around everywhere. Right, let me cut this calla just a little more. We're pulling some things out, pushing some things in. Making sure our amaranthus isn't getting lost, like we want it to be seen. Beautiful. Making sure our daisy is also not getting lost. All right, and that's our arrangement for this week. This is the beautiful hearts arrangement that is on our menu. Again, it is reminiscent of hearts candy because it has all those beautiful pastel colors. We have our purple roses, our buttery yellow gerbers, that beautiful full fluffy blue hydrangea, and then we have these beautiful calla lilies in here that are really making like a pop. And then last but not least, my favorite part of this arrangement, we have the dripping amaranthus, one of my favorite linears to use inside of an arrangement. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's DIY. I know I did. And again, make sure you send pictures and just tell us how everything is on Flowers for Dreams Detroit or at Flowers for Dreams on Instagram. As always, it's been a pleasure, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!